Okay, welcome everybody to the second Rock Band play along, and we're going to be playing 8 songs today. So we've got 6 new ones and we've got 2 from last week. For each of the tunes, I will play it all the way through so that you can play the whole song, but before that I'll just play sort of 15 or so seconds of it, just so they hear how it starts, so it's not a shock, give you an idea of the tempo, and you can also check that you're in the right key, of course, and that you've got your capo on, and that you're ready to go when we go for the real thing. So that will be with each of the songs. All 8 songs, we'll make sure we play a little snippet first, followed by the full-length version. Right, I'm just going to put onto this screen the backing track device, so bear with when I just get that up, and so it's ready to go. Just need to... Right, Rhiannon's the first song, and as I said, just going to play the first 15 seconds or so you get the idea of it. I won't say much during the song, and I certainly won't be singing along, but I will just sort of give you forewarning when a verse is coming up, or a riff, or a key change, for example, and then you can, just in case you weren't ready for it. So here's your first 15 seconds of Rhiannon, just to give you an idea. It's got a little 4-beat click at the beginning to give you the tempo. So here we go. Okay, hopefully that was okay for everyone in terms of volume as well. Make sure you don't drown yourself out when you start hitting that 200-watt Marshall stack with your Les Paul. So I think we're ready to go with our first tune, Rhiannon, the Fleetwood Mac tune written by Stevie Nicks from their 1975 album Fleetwood Mac. After 4 clicks, we're off with the guitar riff and everything else. Here we go, after 4 clicks. Now the first verse. Licks over this if you want to try them. guitar solo over here. A minor. Yay, well done, good. Okay, I hope that went well for everybody and you got through that. It's a fairly straightforward song, but of course it's got some changes which you might or might not have nailed, but good. Interesting guitar riff as well. I hope some of you managed to get that too. Okay, moving on to the tune number 2 now, and this is Creep, the Radiohead tune, and there is an explicit version and a clean version. Hopefully I've got the clean version on the screen. And yeah, so Creep, it's a 4-chord tune. So if you are just strumming, it's the same 4 chords all the way around the entire song. By the way, those chords are based on The Air That I Breathe by the Hollies. And every time Radiohead sell a copy of Creep, the authors from the Hollies also get credit, royalties in fact. So that's good for them. Okay, so it's in the key of G. And just like I say, those 4 chords, there's some pretty heavy going guitar in the middle if you're playing electric guitar. So without further ado, let's just play after 4 clicks, just give you 15 seconds of the start, just so you get an idea of the feel of it. Here we go.
When you were here before.
Okay, so there we go. That's how it's gonna sound. So I hope you're all ready for Creep by Radiohead. After 4 clicks. 2, 3, 4.
When you were here before, couldn't look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so very special.
Okay, first chorus.
But I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't care if it hurts. I wanna have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. I want you to notice wish I was special,
Alright.
but I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Oh, she's running the door. She's running. She run, run.
Excellent.
Whatever makes you happy, whatever you want. You're so very special. I wish I was special. I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't belong here.
Finish on the G. Oh, I hope you got some feedback at the end of your version as well. There we go, Creep, Radiohead, and very passionate song. And good. I hope that went well for you. Could be an easy song, can be a very difficult one to play at the same time, depending on how you're tackling it. So, and which part of the song you are learning to play. Okay, we're going to move on now with Perfect, Ed Sheeran, if you'd like to get that ready. And hello to those that just arrived. I just noticed one or two more people have just turned up. Perhaps you were watching those politicians on the television. I did ask them to move it half an hour earlier so people wouldn't have the clash with the what they were announcing, but clearly they didn't get my memo. So we're moving on to Perfect next. This is a song that Ed Sheeran apparently wrote about his wife. But he did say, and he spoilt it a little bit, he said it wasn't because she's perfect, he just wanted to get the song perfect. I suppose it's still quite nice, but... now, if you're playing, if you're following the chords that are on the guitar, the ultimate guitar sheet, you'll need the capo on the first fret. So to get an A flat chord, because it's in the key of A flat, if you play a G chord shape with a capo on the first fret, that pushes the key up from G to A flat. So hopefully that's clear. Anyway, you've probably worked all that out by now. It's a bit late to be thinking about that now. Let's just play the first 15 seconds or so of Perfect by Ed Sheeran. There isn't a count in, it just sort of glides in over the first few seconds, so you'll hear it start with a little 3, 4.
I found a love for me. Darling, just dive right in. Follow my lead. Well, I found a girl.
Okay, I think you got the idea there. So let's just get that back to the start, and we will start play all the way through Perfect by Ed Sheeran. 2, 3, 4.
I found a love for me. Darling, just dive right in. Follow my lead. I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. Well, I never knew you were the someone waiting for me.
Now the pre-chorus.
'Cause we were just kids when we fell in love. and what if was. I will not give you up this time. Oh, darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart is all I own, and in your eyes you're holding mine.
Chorus.
Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When you said you looked a mess, I whispered underneath my breath, but you heard it. Darling, you look perfect tonight.
At verse 2.
Well, I found a woman stronger than anyone I know. She shares my dreams. I hope that someday I'll share her home. I found a love to carry more than just my secrets, to carry love, to carry children of our own. We are still kids, but we're so in love, fighting against all odds. I know we'll be alright this time. Darling, just hold my hand. Be my girl, I'll be your man. I see my future in your eyes.
Chorus. Sing along.
Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When I saw you in that dress, looking so beautiful, I don't deserve this. Darling, you look perfect
Now the
tonight.
interlude.
No, no, no. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. I have faith in what I see. Now I know I have met an angel in person, and she looks
Now the outro.
perfect. I don't deserve this. You look perfect tonight.
And good old Suffolk boy, Ed Sheeran. I bet he hates being called that, but Ed Sheeran from Framlingham. There we go, perfect. And when I'm shouting out things like, or calling out, should I say, things like verse 1 and chorus and interlude, as much as possible I'm referring to what they've called them in the Ultimate Guitar chord sheets. So if you're following those sheets that I sent the links for, you should be able to tie up what I'm saying with what's on the sheet there. So hopefully that's helping. Right, we're just going to do one more song before we have a very short break for anyone who wants to go and put 50p in the internet meter. And it's going to be Zombie by the Cranberries. Possibly the biggest hit we've got of all the songs that we're playing today. It's certainly around the world. It's #1 in lots of different countries. So Zombie by the Cranberries. It's one that we had in the session last month. So I will do that in future. I'll take a couple of songs from the current one, especially if you've only just learnt them. It's nice to be able to carry them on a bit and continue playing them in the next session. So we'll take a couple of these from the current one, into next month's. Good. Okay, so it's going to be, as I say, Cranberries, Zombie, and let me just get that to the beginning. It's almost the same 4 chords all the way through till towards the end, so you might get away with just strumming those all the way. Okay, let me just play the first 15 seconds just so you get a feel for it. I didn't give you a count in there, I will do. In come the drums. Okay, there we go. That's the general feel of that song. So let's go back to the beginning and we're ready to start. So I will count in, hasn't got clicks on this one, so I will count in for the band after 4. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Comes a little short guitar lead break. 3, 4. Now the verse.
Another head hangs slowly, child is slowly taken, and the violence caused such silence. Who are we mistaken? But you see, it's not me, it's not my family. In your head, they are fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. In your head, they are crying.
Chorus.
In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. What's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie,
And back to the intro. Little guitar figure. Next verse.
Another mother's breaking, heart is taking over. When the violence causes silence, we must be mistaken. It's the same old team since 1916. In your head, they still fighting with their tanks and their boats and their boats and their guns. In your head, they are guided.
Chorus.
In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. What's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie.
Okay, now the other bass riff, changing pattern now. And the guitar solo, 3, 4. Coming up to the final chord. There we have Zombie, the Cranberries. Okay, we're going to take a short break. Sounds like a DJ, doesn't it? We're going to take a short break now. Yeah, let's have a couple of minutes break just so you can grab a cup of tea or a glass of water or something stronger. And I'll just get off the screen and so I can see all your lovely smiling faces behind that brown screen. And good. Nice to see you all, and hope you. Of course, we're doing a Day Tripper next. If you want to get that ready for the your next song, start practicing that riff. And okay, Steve had to give up and go downstairs. I'll contact Virgin Media. Right, okay. Yeah, tell them what you're doing, and they'll come that much more quickly. Probably not. But hi there, Steve. Just seen. Well, I'm saying that, but about 3 people are waving. Steve, the bass player. Paula, hello. Hi there. I've missed a few people when you arrived because we've got well over 60 in total, including the doubled up people. So that's lovely. And didn't actually say make sure you're in tune first, did I? Did you all tune up? Now's your chance. Don't get to the end of a gig and think, right, I better tune up. Thought there was something wrong. Right, it doesn't look like you're going anywhere, so we'll carry on. I think everyone's just about back anyway from wherever they trotted off to. Okay, let's get that off the screen. Right, yes, Day Tripper's next. So I'm going to find Day Tripper. By the Beatles, of course. This is our golden oldie. Oops, they weren't starting just yet. This is our oldest song in the list, and you probably know that I'm trying to pick one song from each of the decades, starting with the 60s, and so this is the representative of the 1960s, all the way up to the last decade. Quite happy to receive suggestions of well-known songs, popular songs, which have a little variety of guitar riffs and licks and solos and things to include in the learning as well, and nothing too complicated, not Bohemian Rhapsody, for example. But yeah, if you want to send any suggestions in, please do. It depends on me getting hold of a decent backing track as well, and it also depends on what else is coming up and whether we've got something for that decade already. But quite happy to look at any suggestions you've got, especially for more modern songs, partly because they're not my era. Quite happy to admit, so it's harder to find for me. But anyway, moving on. Day Tripper. Now there's a 4-click count in, and then there's silence. And the reason for that is because the guitar plays the riff. So guitarists play that riff once, the 2-bar riff, and then when you get to the end of it, carry on, but then the bass should come in. So 4 clicks, guitar riff, then the bass come in after 1 riff. So the bass players might want to hum into in their heads the riff before they come in, or they can start at the beginning if you want. There are a total of 5 riffs before the song starts, but of course you're going to carry on anyway. So let me just give you about 10 seconds of the intro, just so you see what I'm talking about. So have a practice. So 4 clicks, play the riff in the silence, but then carry on. The rest of you that are strumming and doing other things, you'll fit in. 2, 3, 4. There you go. Yeah, tambourine if you're playing that. And then Ringo Starr comes in. Okay, I think you got the idea there. So the riff really just incessantly plays along, and good luck with that, because it's not an easy riff. So you're doing well if you can keep up at that speed. Doing very well, in fact, if you can play the whole song with it. Here we go. So the whole way through, Day Tripper by the Beatles. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Drums. Now the verse.
Got a good reason for taking the easy way out. Got a good reason for taking the easy way out.
Chorus.
She was a day tripper, one-way ticket, yeah. It took me so long to find out.
2 riffs. And back to the second verse.
She's a big teaser. She took me half the way there. She's a big teaser. She took me half the way there now.
Chorus.
She was a day tripper, one-way ticket, yeah. It took me so long to find out, but I found out.
Guitar solo on B. 12 bars altogether. So counting. Riff. 1, 2, 3, 4. And verse 3.
Tried to please her. She only plays one-night stands. Tried to please her, but she only plays one-night stands now.
Chorus.
She was a day tripper, Sunday driver, yeah. It took me so long to find out, but I found out.
Guitar riff. Bass.
Day tripper, yeah. Day tripper, yeah. Day tripper.
One more riff.
Day tripper, yeah.
And there we have it. Songs were nice and short in those days, weren't they? They always used to say it's because of the attention span, but I'm not sure that's changed. That was Day Tripper by the Beatles, of course. If you want to put into the chat box how you're getting on, by all means, please do. If you want to make the public knowledge that you're doing wonderfully or not so well. And be interested to see how you're getting on, and whether this is all coming together for you or it's just all too fast and too much pressure. Okay, we're going to move into the modern era now for Love Story by Taylor Swift. So I'm going to get that up on the screen. And the comments are flooding in. So the Taylor Swift song got a little banjo intro. If anyone's learnt that, so we'll just get that ready in a sec. And Lynn's loving it. Great. Not telling me how she's getting on though, but glad that you're loving it. That's good. Okay, well, another little metronome count-in and then the intro. Let's listen to the first 15 seconds or so of Love Story by Taylor Swift. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the verse comes in.
We were both young when I first saw you. I closed my eyes.
There we go, good. And a bass player's unmuted themselves. That's there's a very shy retiring bass player somewhere. I've just muted everybody, so don't worry, you don't have to. I could hear some bass behind Taylor Swift. I thought she's got a different bass player this time. But it's somebody else, somebody amongst you. Okay, back to the beginning then. So you got the little click, click, click count in, and then the intro, which is kind of that banjo intro. If you've worked that out, that'd be great. And then we're into the first verse. So here we go with Love Story by Taylor Swift. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the verse.
We were both young when I first saw you. I close my eyes and the flashback starts. I'm standing there on a balcony in summer air. See the lights, see the party, the ball gowns. See you make your way through the crowd and say hello. Little did I know.
Now the pre-chorus.
That you were Romeo, you were throwing pebbles, and my daddy said stay away from Juliet. And I was crying on the staircase, begging you please don't go.
Chorus, everyone sing
And
along.
I said, Romeo, take me somewhere we can be alone. I'll be waiting, all there's left to do is run. You'll be the prince and I'll be the princess. It's a love story, baby, just say yes.
Briefly. And then the next verse.
So I sneak out to the garden to see you. We keep quiet cause we're dead if they knew. So close your eyes, escape this town for a little while.
Pre-chorus.
Oh, cause you were Romeo, I was a scarlet letter, and my daddy said stay away from Juliet. But you were everything to me, I was begging you please don't go. And I
Chorus.
said, Romeo, take me somewhere we can be alone. I'll be waiting, all there's left to do is run. You'll be the prince and I'll be the princess. It's a love story, baby,
Another
just
chorus.
say yes. Romeo, save me, they're trying to tell me how to feel. This love is difficult, but it's real. Don't be afraid, we'll make it out of this mess. It's a love story, baby, just say
Hello.
yes. Oh, oh.
Now the bridge.
But I got tired of waiting, wondering if you were ever coming around. My faith in you was fading when I met you on the outskirts of
chorus
town.
again.
And I
3,
said,
4.
Romeo, save me. I've been feeling so alone. I keep waiting for you, but you never come. Is this in my head? I don't know what to think. He knelt to the ground
change.
and pulled out a ring and said, marry me, Juliet. You never
And there we have it, a very 2010 type ending there to Love Story. Taylor Swift. Excellent, that sounded good. I was looking through some of the pictures of you guys, and quite a few of you are singing along to that one, so that's great. And moving about. And I saw Steve on the lead guitar on further up the top of the neck during the solo bit, so that's good. Glad to see people playing the solos as well as all the chords and everything else. We're going to move on now with probably the rockiest, noisiest tune, and one of the best of tonight. I Predict a Riot, which apparently is what they play when Leeds United walk onto the pitch, which can't bode well for the opposition. So I Predict a Riot by the Kaiser Chiefs. It's coming up next. A little song about a night, going out for the night in Leeds. That's where I come from. I was born in Leeds. Don't remember it being anything like this, but anyway. So let's just play the first 10 seconds perhaps of this, give you the idea of the tempo and speed and so on. There's a little bit of a drum intro. Sorry, jumped ahead there. Let's do that again. So, just the first few bars. 1, 2, 3, oh. And the drums in at double time. Okay, so that's giving you a good idea of what it's going to sound like for the next 3.5 minutes. So let's play I Predict a Riot. Kaiser Chiefs, are you ready? After 4. 1, 2, 3, oh! Up with the drums. And verse 1.
Watching the people get leery is not very pretty, I tell you. Walking through town is quite scary, not very sensible either. A friend of a friend, he got beaten. He looked the wrong way at a policeman, but never have happened to Smeaton.
Pre-chorus.
In my taxi, a man in a tracksuit attacks me. He said that he saw it before me, wants to get things a bit gory. Goes round and round with no coat on, to borrow a pound for a cordon. If it wasn't for Chip, I'd be frozen.
Pre-chorus.
Very sensible.
Coming up. Oh.
I predict a riot. I predict a riot. I predict a riot. I predict a riot.
1.
And if there's anybody left in here that doesn't want to be out there.
Oh, so those next. Go.
Watching the people get leery, it's not very pretty, I tell me. Walking through town is quite scary, not very sensible.
Bang, crash, wallop. Excellent. Great stuff. And I can even see bright flashing disco lights with Christine playing behind you, Christine. Flashing away. Having your own disco party there. Excellent stuff. Okay, it's time for one more. And we don't do encores. So this is the final tune. And it's Torn, Natalie Imbruglia. So if you'd like to get that ready, and I will do the same thing. We'll get Torn up on the screen in a key of F, and seems the screen's gone blank. Where is she? There we are. Right, this was actually a cover version. I didn't realise it had already been released 3 times by other people before she finally took the song and made it into a massive worldwide hit. So okay, so after 4 clicks, just I'll play the first few bars. After 4 clicks into the intro, and well, you'll get the feel of it. So let's just play 1, 2, 3, 4. Bass hasn't come in yet. Now the verse.
I thought I saw a man brought to life. He was warm, he came around like he was dignified.
Bass players, get ready.
He showed me what it was to cry. Well, you couldn't be that man I adore.
Okay, there we go. That's giving you a good idea of how this is going to go. So back to the beginning, and if you are ready for the final song of the evening, Torn, Natalie Imbruglia, after 4 smacks on the hi-hat. First verse.
I thought I saw a man brought to life. He was warm, he came around like he was dignified. He showed me what it was to cry. Well, you couldn't be that man I adore. You don't seem to know, seem to care what your heart is for. Well, I don't know him anymore. There's nothing where he used to lie. My conversation has run dry. That's what's going on.
Sing along, chorus.
Nothing's fine, I'm torn. I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. I'm cold and I am ashamed, lying naked on the floor. Illusion never changed into something real. I'm wide awake and I can see the perfect sky is torn. You're a little late, I'm already torn.
And back to verse 2.
So I guess the fortune teller's right. Should have seen just what was there and not some holy light. But you crawled beneath my veins and now I don't care. I have no luck. I don't miss it all that much. There's just so many things that I can't touch. I'm torn. I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. I'm cold and I am shamed, lying naked on the floor. Illusion never changed into something real. I'm wide awake and I can see the perfect sky is torn. You're a little late, I'm already torn.
And now the bridge. 1, 2, 4.
Torn.
Pre-chorus, broken down version.
There's nothing where he used to lie. My inspiration has run dry. That's what's going on.
Chorus.
Nothing's right, I'm torn. I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. I'm cold and I am shamed, lying naked on the floor. Illusion never changed into something real. I'm wide awake and I can see the perfect sky is torn. I'm all out of faith.
the outro.
torn.
Get ready for the guitar solo, everybody. I can hear it in my head. How many people are playing that on the bowl deck? Coming up here. And there we have it, torn. Finishing on an F major chord. Natalie Imbruglia. Lovely, right, well that's great. And that's our 8 songs for today, and I hope you've all had a bit of fun. I've been looking at some of the pictures of you playing and you look like you're enjoying it, and quite a few of you are singing along, some are even swaying, which is almost dancing, and it's great. So let me just get that off the screen, see all your smiling faces, and just to say, I'll be back in a month's time, well 4 weeks time with the next one. And like I say, if you do have any suggestions for songs, I'm willing to take them in. Whether they end up in the set list or not depends on everything else, but so the next one, well, it's for February now, isn't it? So it will be the 22nd of March. You can put that in your diary. We'll have another 6 or 8 songs. And I think that's about it. If you want to listen to me on the radio talking about this stuff, I'm on BBC Essex on Thursday afternoon at 4 p.m. If you want to tune in. And I'm just going to be on there for about 10 minutes talking about these Zoom sessions that I do, warm-ups and play-along sessions and so on. So, okay, thanks very much, everybody, for coming along.
Thank you,
It's been a
Dave.
Great crowd. And
Yeah, thanks, Dave.
Thank
you
you.
can unmute yourself if you like and say goodbye to everyone.
Bye
Thanks,
bye,
Dave.
everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Take care.
Good to see you.
Bye.
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 Bye then. Bye.